up towards a window when someone's hanging their window.
That's our building.
I don't care.
You have no permission to film inside our building.
Your request to ask me to stop filming in the direction of a window when someone's hanging their head out of it. Yeah, that's fine. 5 minutes ago, I had my drone up looking in. Don't matter.
Why?
Because I want to. Because you're allowed to. And
you're allowed to look in a private building.
At the minute, you're 1136.
What about if you came across something, young man, and then you'd be arrested for voyeurism?
No, you wouldn't.
All original footage belongs to DJ Audits, recognized as one of the respected figures in UK auditing.
So I mean, have a quick chat.
Do you want?
Yeah, just I just wanted to know what you was doing there, mate. So, you're just outside the back entrance of the police station, so you just wanted to know what you was doing.
Right, okay, making a video.
Okay, can I just ask what the video's about?
Just about different police stations and how they differ.
Oh, okay. No worries. Okay. Oh, have you got like a channel or something, or?
Well, it's for the audience, yeah.
Okay.
There's viewers that watch the videos, go from police station, prison, anything like that. Just compare them all, really.
Okay.
What, if you just literally saw me there? That's it?
She just saw you there, so we just thought we wanted to know what you was doing, because she was literally right outside our station. So.
I was hoping to get the vehicle come out without seeing me. I just wanted to poke the camera around the corner.
Okay, no worries.
But there's no law against it, as you know.
Well, no, of course not. I just wanted to know. I was just curious why you was there, that's all.
What I will say, mate, is just for your own safety. Obviously, if you're right on the corner, just be cautious.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, because it's nice that you're concerned. Did you see I was actually standing on the public footpath?
Yeah, no, yeah. Obviously, when we see, we've just got to come and engage.
Yeah. I'm very surprised. Was you just on your way back into that gate?
Well, we were just literally turning around, but yeah, it's just that we happened to see it. But yeah, like my colleague said, like obviously, because you're on the edge of that, I would be careful because you might have cars coming out on the blues. Yeah. And the last thing
is this where they do come out on blues?
Sometimes.
Right, okay.
Go down to a pool, mate. So
I've not worked it out yet. Is there an in-gate as well? Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
You take care.
Is there an in-gate?
Yeah, that is the in-gate, mate. That's the gate.
Is it out as well?
No, that's it, mate. Just that one.
This short exchange is a study in low-key transparency. The auditor explains his purpose clearly, comparing different police stations, filming from public areas, and the conversation that follows shows how much misunderstanding can come from simple curiosity. The officer's question, "Why are you here?" is fair. The auditor's answer, "I just wanted to see what was happening and get some footage," is calm, lawful, and respectful. He even explains that he hoped to film a vehicle leaving without being noticed, emphasizing that he's on the public footpath the whole time. 3 points stand out here. First, location. He reminds the officer he's filming from a public place where recording is legal. Second, intent. By stating his reason, he removes suspicion before it escalates. Third, safety. The officer's response, advising him to be cautious near the corner, is exactly how good policing should look, measured and professional. Notice how both sides show restraint. The officer offers advice instead of confrontation, and the auditor responds with appreciation instead of argument. That mutual respect prevents tension and builds accountability on both ends. It's a reminder that a simple conversation can change the tone of an entire encounter. Transparency from the public and professionalism from officers. That's how real accountability is built. So what do you think? Did both sides handle this the right way, or could the officer have shown a bit more understanding of public filming rights?
Do they come out that gate? Or just in? Ah, they do come out. Brilliant. Oh yeah, just one question. Do you know your PCSO? Yep. Do you know how you've got police staff just there? Where I'm from, it's a requirement of the force to actually say PCSO. Okay. Could you just show me what yours says?
The community support officer.
Now, is that a requirement? That is really good to see, and I do like it. Is that a requirement of the uniform?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, that is brilliant. So, as well as having police staff there, you have to have the support officer in writing.
No, it can just say PCSO.
But it has to say something, don't it?
Can you produce your designation card?
Why do you want to see that?
It's like, do you know the requirement of having the community support officer? That's a tick. Now, you've passed that tick. One of the other ticks is the designation card, like you said. I mean, just
the list of what powers that you...
Just as an exercise to build the bridge between public and police. Thank you so much. Can I just have one quick look at that? So, Police Community Support Officers, Metropolitan Police Service designated powers. Just open it for me.
Gary, I think they want you to go down there, mate.
Oh, just spend 30 more seconds with me. It really will do you some good.
Gary, they're holding the door for you, mate.
Thank you, Gary. You know what, right? Thank you so much. Because the PCSO that I spoke to earlier said you did not have to have that on there as a part of the uniform. Well, I knew you did, and did not show us his designation card. So, Gary, thank you so much.
This exchange perfectly captures what a calm, respectful audit looks like when both sides know their boundaries. The auditor approaches with curiosity, not confrontation, asking the PCSO about uniform requirements and the visible community support officer label. Instead of pushing for conflict, he frames it as a learning exercise, a bridge between the public and the police. That's how real accountability is built, not by shouting, but by showing. Gary, the PCSO, handles it like a pro. No defensiveness, no attitude, just quiet confidence. The officer listens, answers, and even shows his designation card, which most officers rarely do without hesitation. That moment alone says a lot. It's a gesture of transparency that instantly builds trust. The auditor's reaction, genuine appreciation, flips the usual script. Instead of trying to catch out the officer, he acknowledges good practice. That's brilliant. You can almost feel the tone shift from audit to mutual respect. This kind of interaction proves something powerful. Education works both ways. The public learns how things should look, and officers get a reminder of how small gestures of openness can reshape perception. No raised voices, no tension, just accountability in action. But let's ask this, if every encounter between police and auditors went this way, how different would public trust look today?
Brilliant, thank you.
It's about to get a whole lot better.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. So guys, that just clearly shows that what the PCSO said earlier about it doesn't need to say PCSO on his uniform, that was wrong. And when we asked him for his designation card and he walked off, how silly does he look now? Because Gary has just done it, textbook. Brilliant. What's that, mate?
Very nice.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
That's not very nice.
What ain't?
Calling someone silly.
I won't calling Gary silly.
Okay.
Do you want to know what I was calling silly?
Go on in.
Earlier on at
Actually, I'll tell you what, because I'm blocking the road. Let me move forward a little bit.
Yeah, okay. About half an hour ago at Catford, we met a PCSO who just had police staff on his uniform.
Yeah.
And at first I thought it was a constable, but it turned out, after my colleague had questioned him, it was only a PCSO. And I said, is it a requirement of...
Just give me 1 second. Go ahead. Mate, I'll give you a call back in 2.
I said, is it a requirement of the uniform that you must say PCSO on it?
No.
Well, Gary's just said it is.
No, it's not. It used to be, but they changed the rules recently. So it says police staff. However, if you ask to see their the powers cards, that's what Gary just showed you, his powers.
Gary's brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, the person I was referring to as silly was the Catford guy.
Okay.
Now, he said it didn't need to say it, so he's actually agreeing with you, whereas Gary's just quoted different. So, can you see how there's confusion?
No, absolutely, yeah. But just to clarify, so the Met Police uniform standards changed about 10 years ago. So it had to say police staff rather than PCSO. However, they did used to say PCSO on there.
What about epaulette requirement?
So epaulets, yeah. So that if it's a PCSO, they have to wear blue epaulets, and all the epaulets will say Police Community Support Officer on there.
There you go. And do you know if they've got a jacket on the outside? Do they need to move the epaulets to the jacket?
Yeah, they do.
Thank you. Well, he didn't, you see.
Well,
so it's still silly then. So there you go. Would you agree? If they're not conforming to the uniform standards, they're letting the whole team down.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Mate, I'll just got to move out of the way because obviously I'm blocking the road.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Right,
1237, yeah?
This moment captures the essence of what auditing was meant to be: sharp questioning, real learning, and uncovering inconsistency in professional standards. The auditor starts by pointing out a contradiction. One PCSO earlier claimed the uniform didn't need to display PCSO, yet Gary, calm, cooperative, and by the book, just proved the opposite. It's not about humiliation, it's about clarity. But when the auditor calls the earlier officer silly, another officer steps in, reminding him to keep it respectful. That quick correction turns the moment from confrontation to accountability, both sides holding each other to standards. The sergeant then steps forward with authority and clarity, confirming the Metropolitan Police uniform policy around a decade ago. The rule changed. Police staff replace PCSO on uniforms, but the blue epaulets must still identify them clearly. That's an important procedural detail most people, even some officers, don't know. The back and forth exposes a real-world gap in consistency. One officer follows the policy precisely. Another doesn't. It's not corruption. It's confusion. And this conversation forces transparency on camera. By the end, everyone, including the sergeant, agrees on one thing. If an officer isn't conforming to uniform standards, it weakens the image of the whole team. No shouting, no hostility, just accountability through knowledge and a quiet reminder. Professionalism isn't just about power, it's about precision.
It's normally the inspector that stays in the shadows. Yeah, every time I've gone to some sort of policing event, like a protest or something, you always find the inspector standing out in the shadows on his comms giving his orders.
No, we're not inspectors.
Yeah, well, I did wonder. You both PCs, are you?
Yeah.
What does the SN stand for?
That's the area code. So the South BCU. So you've
Ah.
got Croydon, Bromley and Sutton.
Is it basic command unit? Control unit?
To be honest, I never know. I always get confused between the two myself.
Yeah, I think it's basic.
Basic command? Command, isn't it? Yeah.
I did have a list of all of them, actually. I like to talk about something that I've not spoke about before,
All right. Okay.
but I presume that you'd rather talk about nothing. And
No, we just come out to see what's going on. We heard there was a drone or something flying around, so we just come out to have a look.
That's finished now.
Oh, is it finished? Is it? Was it yourself? Was it?
You do know that there's nothing illegal about flying a drone in this area if it's less than 250 grams.
I'm not completely au fait with the law myself.
Yeah. We're finding that quite a bit.
Yeah, it's so many different legislations with it. Obviously, you've got the drone and aviation laws and codes and all sorts. So it's
What
trying to digest all the information.
if somebody's actually brave enough to do it near your police station, I would be assuming, if I was in your shoes, that they've got one of these small drones. It's like a toy,
Okay.
and it's classed as a toy when it's less than 250 grams. Are you concerned about the traffic?
No, just watching it. People can get out, in and out safely. So. Otherwise, I've got more reports to do if people start hitting each other.
Do personal vehicles go in the big gate then? Or is that an undercover police car?
I don't know. We've got so many different vehicles coming in and out.
Because I thought,
Private vehicle.
so you can access your underground car park through this big gate? Is that what you're telling me?
There's two different car parks.
Yeah, so your underground one is for your personal vehicles, isn't it?
So there's two different car parks. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, it's something you can't. If you can't say, then just say it.
It's obviously inside there, where everything leads to and whatnot. Obviously, we don't come out and give everyone information on the layout of the building.
Yeah.
There is two car parks.
But you never want to talk about the same thing that's already been spoken about, do you? But when it's something to do with underground car parking, to have an underground car parking for the police, that's quite rare, and you're actually very lucky if they are providing that to you. And is it free?
I don't use it myself, so
This exchange feels like a calm chess match between curiosity and control. Both sides careful, polite, but observant. The auditor starts with a sharp observation. It's normally the inspector that stays in the shadows. That sets the tone immediately. He's been around enough policing events to notice patterns. He's not just filming, he's analyzing behavior. And when he asks about SN on the officers' badges, you can hear the genuine interest. Even the officers admit, with a laugh, that they sometimes get confused between basic and command units. That humanizes them, not defensive, just real. Then the conversation pivots. Drones. The auditor points out, accurately, that flying a drone under 250 grams is perfectly legal in most public spaces, even near a station. The officers, though, admit they're not completely over the law. That honesty adds to the authenticity. They're not pretending to know everything. As the talk drifts toward car parks and security, you can sense the balance of transparency and protection. The officers won't disclose too much, but they remain calm and conversational. The auditor keeps pushing gently, not provocatively, just gathering facts. What makes this scene stand out isn't confrontation, it's composure. Everyone stays professional, and the tension never spikes. It's an audit that reveals cooperation can expose as much truth as conflict. Now here's the real question. If every police encounter went like this, calm, factual, mutual, would we still need audits to remind people what accountability looks like?
Couldn't tell you.
Because if you're unsure about questions that are getting a bit of a security risk, obviously we can just go over them. Do you know what I mean? But the fact that you've got underground parking, I've been telling my camera that that's such a great thing for this police station to have done. Because normally they expect to park your car where you can. But you've also got staff bicycle storage that's being used with the electric scooters that you've been seized.
Okay.
So have you got another area where you store your bikes? Because you don't drive your car to work, do you ride a bike?
No, I don't ride a bike to work.
So you walk?
I get into work when I can, how I can.
Ah, come on, you don't want to let nothing on, do you?
No, I don't know. I don't really want my personal travel arrangements going on.
Okay, that's a fair point,
Over
yeah.
the internet,
Yeah.
to be honest.
So can I just assume then that this big blue gate is where personal vehicles and police vehicles go into?
You have all sorts of police accessible vehicles going through those gates, yes.
So the gate that leads to underground, I would assume that that's just for staff.
You have police access vehicles going through both gates. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So can this big blue gate access the downstairs car park?
Like I said to you twice now, we have 2 car parks, yes.
Where's the other one then? Upstairs?
We've got 2 car parks. You can see 2 gates, you can see with your own eyes, there are 2 gates.
Okay,
2 car parks.
okay. I took the drone over once and I only saw a small compound where the carrier vehicles were.
Okay.
So where's the other car park from that?
But there's 2 car parks. I'm not going to tell you the layout of a private building.
That's weird
I've
because
explained that to you.
it's the taxpayers' building, and we've paid for such a great building. I've been bigging it up, and I've been saying it's got such. Okay,
If you want to ask about the layout of the building, what I suggest is put in a freedom of information request and request the layout of the building.
Yeah, but when you've got 2 constables that are trying to build the bridge between public and police, I'm asking simple questions about a beautiful building that we've all paid for and how it works, and you won't even. Okay, is this a row of cells on that floor there where the windows are very strong?
It's up to you to work out if you want to work that out.
See, this video is not going to be like now because of your refusal to just answer simple questions. I mean, they are cells, aren't they? Come on.
Well, it's up to you to work that out. If you can see that the windows are different, you may put 2 and 2 together and work that out yourself.
It's unfortunate because you could have easily said, yes, they are the cells.
Yeah, I could have done. I may not have done. But I didn't do.
It's like you're being too careful, and that's weird for the viewers.
Is it? Okay. The viewers enjoy it then, won't they?
Okay, so because we're going down this line now, are you recording?
No, I'm not at the moment. You
Okay.
want me to?
No, I'd rather you not.
Okay.
Are you recording?
This part of the footage feels like watching a polite tug of war. Curiosity versus caution. The auditor is genuinely fascinated by the layout and design of the police station, even complimenting it. Such a great thing for this police station to have done. He's trying to show transparency can exist without hostility. But the officers, they're trained for discretion. Once questions start touching security areas, like underground parking, vehicle access, and cell windows, their tone shifts. Calm, but firm. I'm not going to tell you the layout of a private building. The auditor tries every angle, humor, logic, even flattery, to get them to open up. Yet each time the constable's restraint reminds viewers that some information just isn't for public disclosure. What's striking is how measured both sides remain. No shouting, no aggression, just this quiet dance of boundaries and transparency. When the auditor says it's the taxpayers' building, we've paid for it, it lands like a philosophical punch. He's not wrong. Public accountability is his whole mission. But from the officer's perspective, revealing building layouts could compromise safety. Both arguments carry weight, which is what makes this moment so engaging. By the end, when he notes, "You're being too careful," the silence says it all. This is where curiosity meets protocol, and neither side blinks. So tell me this, where should the line be drawn between the public's right to know and the police's duty to protect?
See, your tone's changed just because I'm asking some simple questions. It is.
I'm answering your questions.
No, you're not.
Your tone's changing, trying to get me to put into answers that I've already given you 2 or 3 times.
You've said you don't want to tell me how you arrived to work. We've squashed that point because I agree that is a bit too
and then
personal.
You want to ask me about the layout of the building internally, where there's personal people moving around their personal vehicles.
Yeah.
There's police vehicles moving
Yeah,
around.
because
And there's prisoners moving around. So we're not going to give those details to the layout of the building. If you want those details, you can put in a freedom of information request and you'll be able to get those details.
That's why there are security gates. Obviously, it's not a public building in terms of this side of the building is not public. You
Yeah.
can see that, yeah.
So that's why when we want to understand how this police station works, as opposed to others that we visit, I take the drone up and I try and work it out, and it's like a mystery that we're all solving together. And I thought I was getting somewhere, and it made sense that the staff park their vehicles underneath. You've got a limited space in there in the yard that I saw
We have
for you.
all sorts of staff working at the station, not just officers, but civilians.
Of course,
staff,
and it would make sense.
all sorts of staff.
It makes sense that the large area that they've put for you underneath, you all use that. And this area would only be used by marked vehicles, which I'd only seen marked vehicles use the gate until that one, hence the conversation. But then your tone changed to, I'm not telling you, but
It's just, yeah.
Well, no,
we don't-
you did, mate. It's all
I'd
on.
already told you 3 times.
Yeah,
Well,
but
there was 2 car
that's a
parks,
valid question.
There's 2 gates, and there's
Are you
both sets of
interested in the
personal
vehicles?
police vehicles going in.
No,
and out.
I'm interested on when they build new police stations. This one was built 10 years ago, weren't it? Do you know the date?
I don't know the date. There's so many different police buildings across London.
Well, the same
They don't
architect.
speak from.
The same architect was involved with the Lewisham building, yeah.
Okay.
So we are actually interested in the building side of things and what they decide to do differently, because there's a lot of old stations still in use.
Yeah.
And they're struggling. They've not got these amazing facilities that you've got here, and it's like you're taking them for granted. And when somebody shows an interest in where our money's going and how things are improving, you don't want to tell us about the improvements.
I don't know what the improvements are because I don't know what was here beforehand.
Well, there you go. So I don't really want to carry on the conversation with yourself, to be honest.
This part of the encounter takes a fascinating turn. Calm curiosity morphs into quiet tension. The auditor starts off measured, even logical. I'm just asking some simple questions. But listen closely. His persistence presses against the officer's limits. The constable, maintaining composure, explains that details about parking layouts and vehicle access are security sensitive. He's not being evasive, he's protecting procedural confidentiality. Still, you can feel the frustration build. The auditor believes he's exploring transparency. Taxpayers deserve to know how their facilities operate. The officer believes he's guarding safety. Where prisoners move, or police park, that's not public information. Neither is wrong, but both are entrenched. Then comes the emotional shift. The moment the officer says, I don't really want to carry on the conversation with yourself. That line lands heavy. It's not anger, it's exhaustion. He's hit the point where engagement turns counterproductive. What makes this clip compelling isn't drama, but subtle power balance. The auditor wants openness. The officer demands boundaries. Even the tone becomes symbolic. One voice searching for answers, the other holding the line of protocol. In a way, it's less about buildings and more about principles. How much should transparency expose before it starts risking security? And when does protecting information start looking like hiding it?
So it's a shame, isn't it? You right, mate? Yeah. Is everything okay? Everything okay, my friend? Sorry? You're not my friend? What's the opposite to a friend?
Excuse me, can you not film inside our building, please?
That you're requesting me to stop filming up towards a window when someone's hanging their window.
That's our building.
I don't care.
You have no permission to film inside
Your
our building.
request to ask me to stop filming in the direction of a window when someone's hanging
You're
their head out
aiming
of
at
it.
it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I don't know the
5 minutes
magnification
ago,
of your lens.
5 minutes ago, I had my drone up looking in. Don't matter.
Why?
Because I want to. Because you're allowed to. And
What, you're allowed to look in a private building?
At
are
the
you?
minute, you're
What about if you
1136.
came across something, young man, and then you'd be arrested for voyeurism?
No, you wouldn't.
No?
No.
Not if you're looking into a private premises.
If
Is it private or public,
if you
young
make
man?
a statement, have I got a chance to reply?
Of course.
So,
Can I get you to come out just in case you get wiped out by a car?
so when you're in public,
Yep.
which I am,
Yep.
I can video anything I can see from that area.
Okay.
Even if it's private, because you've got a requirement to hide personal details.
Right.
If you've not hid them, that's not my fault.
Okay.
I'm actually doing you a favour by saying, guys, Metropolitan Police, this particular window is actually a GDPR vulnerability, and you're breaching that. You're showing data. So, if
But
anything,
do you not think that you could be seen as constituting a slight case of harassment? Would you like to be filmed inside your dwelling or private premises or workplace? Would you like knowing that someone's watching you?
Would I like it?
Yeah.
Would would I create some privacy if it caused me a problem? Yes, I would.
But bearing in mind it's a high-rise building, we don't expect drones to be coming up to the windows, do we?
What, I give that as an example. If I want to talk to somebody that's got their head out the window, you can't stop me, and you can't stop me from filming him
I
either.
said I'm not going to stop you.
This exchange, it's pure verbal chess, calm tone, sharp moves. The auditor leads with everything okay, my friend. A baited olive branch. The officer instantly corrects, you're not my friend. That sets the tone. This isn't small talk. It's a boundary test. Then the real issue surfaces, filming through a police station window. The officer raises a valid concern if someone's visible inside. Filming could risk voyeurism or GDPR breaches. But the auditor flips it, claiming public vantage equals public right. His argument? If you don't want it seen, cover it, and technically, under UK law, he's not wrong. What can be seen from a public place can generally be recorded. Still, context matters. This isn't just a building, it's a police station, where privacy equals safety. That's why the officer pushes back with hypotheticals about harassment and intrusion. But the most interesting part? Neither actually loses composure. Both are defending principles. The officer's about privacy, professionalism, and perception. The auditor's about accountability and lawful transparency. So when he says, did I say you have to stop? It's not surrender, it's strategy. A tactical retreat wrapped in calm authority. Two men, same scene, opposite missions. One protecting what's inside the window, the other testing how far he can legally look through it.
Have I?
Well, you
I
tried.
said, can you not film inside our building, please?
Isn't that asking me to stop?
Did I say you have to stop?
No, of course
I
not.
didn't, did I?
Did the conversation not go very well for my colleague? Because you come over to me with the right attitude.
It's
I
only
don't know
because you're
why.
in the road and you're filming inside our building.
Okay, I'll
that's
film
why.
you from here. But you're alright, mate, yeah? So, you're not my friend, no? Do you want to see it? Sorry? We're not going to move forward then, are we? Anyway, if there's nothing that you want, then I'll leave you, because I didn't know what you wanted, that's all. You're just showing an interest. I don't know what he wants.
I haven't spoken to you anyway. What is it you guys are up to today out of interest? Obviously, I know you said about the GDPR thing, and yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
What else are you
well,
up to?
I actually enjoy visiting police stations and see how they differ.
Yeah.
So that's
Just
all.
that they are all different,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
Now, this one, Bromley, it's got the same architect as Lewisham, hasn't it, when it was built?
Similar,
It's been
yeah.
about here 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, similar.
And I noticed that you've got staff car park underneath, which I was saying is a big bonus for you to actually have provided the parking
We're
for the
very
staff.
lucky and very
yeah,
fortunate, yeah.
most police stations that are still active are quite
Oh, yeah.
older, and you have to find your own parking space.
Yeah.
So I was just saying to the other guys there that so far the only vehicles I've seen going in this big gate are marked, and I was saying, so have you got your
We
own?
do have some unmarked vehicles going in
Yeah,
there as well, yeah.
yeah. So that's why I says, was that marked? Because if it was, I was going to turn the camera away from it if it was a staff vehicle.
Oh, fair
anyway,
enough.
anyway.
Do you know what? That's actually quite nice of you. I appreciate
But
that.
when I took the drone over, I noticed your yard is very small, and you've got maybe only a space for about 20 carriers in there. You've got a little smoke.
Carriers? Oh, we won't get 20 carriers. in there.
Well, it looked like it, but no more than that. But it said you have actually got access from this big gate into a second car park, which I found unusual. So, but then he started saying, "Oh, you're asking about the layout," and then he thought about security risk and what threat I pose and stuff like that. But then, so we moved on. But the fact that you can actually access this car park here through one gate and then enter another staff car park, then I've missed that. So I might even take the drone back
I
up.
have too.
And here it is, the classic reset the tone moment. After a tense standoff, this new officer walks in and instantly shifts the energy. The auditor tests the waters with, did the conversation not go well for my colleague? Translation, let's see if you're more reasonable. And it works. The new constable doesn't bite. He listens, stays calm, and crucially, acknowledges the auditor's interest instead of challenging it. Notice how quickly the tone changes once that happens. The auditor relaxes, compliments the station's design, even shows courtesy by saying he'd turn the camera away from private vehicles. That's a textbook rapport rebuild. The officer's response, professional but open. He doesn't overshare, but he validates the curiosity. Yeah, that's actually quite nice of you. Boom. Tension diffused. From there, the auditor starts talking like a city planner instead of a provocateur, parking layouts, architecture, drone angles. He's not looking for confrontation now. He's looking for acknowledgement. It's a perfect example of how tone control changes the whole dynamic. One officer saw a potential threat, the next saw a curious citizen, and that difference. It flipped the story from defensive to cooperative.
So it was having me on. Okay. So the only way to get into your downstairs car park
There's
is...
multiple ways to get into it.
Oh, is there? There's not only one way? Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Hello,
And
did you miss me?
you've got a staff...
Come over to see me now. That's nice.
You've got an area where staff can park their cycles, yeah? And there's not many staff cycles in there. It's more of a where you put the seized electric
Is there
scooters.
a reason you're zooming in on me specifically, young man?
He looks quite young, doesn't
What, stood here?
Is there a reason your hands are in your pockets?
he? Are you quite new
If
to
you're no
the...
threat to me, I've already explained this.
You look quite young.
Yeah, I'm quite
It's nice to see youngsters in the force, to be
Let me
honest.
get a bit of a closer picture to you. Maybe zoomed in on me. Make sure I can get your full outfit.
Who's the most senior out of you three? Of your equal?
Maybe my colleague over there.
Like, does he have a rank or is he just PC? Just length of service.
Just
Yeah.
PCs, mate.
Yeah. What makes him more senior? Is the length of service?
Just like the service has been in longer than
You said a
myself.
minute ago you didn't like me and you didn't want to speak to me and you said I should leave you alone because I'm wasting
Just
your
out of
time.
curiosity, did you
come over to see
guys
me
have a
again.
drone happen to be flying around the building?
Yes, I've told you. I've told everyone that asked
So
me
you
that.
have told them.
Yeah.
All right. I'd just like to speak to your colleague. Do you know the legislation around it at all?
Yeah, but you won't. Because
On
everyone.
it.
Sorry.
I've read up a little bit on
Go
it.
on then. Let's have the
Yeah,
conversation.
obviously, I don't have a full conversation of it, but obviously because obviously you're in a public place, and obviously you've got the train station next door, you've got the police station over there. If it's above a certain amount of meters, like I believe it's like, and also I think it's about 500 meters. I believe it is.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but
Well, you're mentioning it, so you may as well learn
I
from
just
it.
want to ask you. That's all, mate. It's only because I just want to know why you had it, and that was it.
Because every police station we visit, we take the drone up.
Right. Okay.
Every police station we visit.
Now the drone conversation begins, and this is where curiosity collides with caution. The auditor, calm but confident, casually says he takes his drone to every police station we visit. To him, it's just exploration, studying architecture, layouts, and how taxpayer money is spent. But to these officers, that single sentence sounds like a security trigger. You can almost sense the sudden shift in tone, the cautious glances, and silent radios clicking on in the background. One officer leans in politely. Do you know the legislation around it? That's not small talk. That's a subtle check of authority. Are you aware of the Civil Aviation Authority rules? Are you flying under 400 feet, near restricted zones? The question is loaded, but the auditor fires back smoothly. You may as well learn from this one. Confident, sarcastic, and teaching the teacher. Classic auditor energy. Here's where it gets interesting. Both sides actually have a point. The drone pilot is legally fine if he's in public airspace, not overflying crowds, and within visual line of sight, he's good. But the officers are equally justified. This isn't just any building. It's a secure police facility next to a train station. They're trained to think risk first, law second. So what we're watching isn't just a clash. It's a lesson in boundaries. Transparency versus security. Rights versus responsibilities. But here's the real question. Who decides where those boundaries end? The law or the people enforcing it?
So you see this website, look, Civil Aviation Authority, yeah? They control the airspace,
Yeah,
whether
that's right,
whether it's a prison, a police station, residential, anything at all. So their rules are what we all play by, right?
Okay.
So you've got lots of rules, but the one that I'm going to show you is the one that's important because it says, so small drones, right, below 250. So that's the important thing.
So it's
When you're asking somebody about a drone, the weight should be your first question. Now, if it's lower than 250,
I don't know that, but
I'm being nice to you.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough.
So-
I didn't know that. However,
So the rule on minimum distances to people is different when flying small drones that are below 250. If you're flying a drone that's lighter than 250, you can fly closer to people and you can fly over them. Now, people are more important than buildings.
yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be coming here testing rules if I wasn't confident that I wasn't compliant with the rules. So
No, I get that. Like I said, I just had to iron it out. I just
Yeah.
had to bottom it out. So if you was aware of it, that was all it was.
on top of that, on top of the weight, there always needs to be an operator ID printed on the drone itself.
Okay.
So if you do encounter this again, look for the operator ID, and they have to have it. And look for the weight. If it's over 250, you've got them. You've got them. If it's lower than 250 and it's got the operator ID, you ain't got no chance. So hopefully this has all been good for everyone, yeah? Have you got something out of it?
It's been very pleasant.
Have you got
Thank
something
very
out of it
much.
yourself?
Sorry?
Have you got something out of it?
Yeah, I did.
There you go, great.
I'm being nosy. What's that one? Is that just a camera into a USB stick? A live stream one?
No,
What's
no,
that one?
it's just simply it records onto the SD card, but it's got a built-in
You can
gimbal.
move it. That's cool.
Yeah, and like when he's zoomed in, I can
Have a
zoom in
nosy.
like that as well.
Have a look.
Yeah, of course, it's only on a little screen.
I like that.
Look, but you can zoom in
It's
and
much
out.
better than an iPhone, isn't it?
Well, they can do live streaming. This
I
can't.
know they can.
That's true, yeah. It's true.
So, have we satisfied your suspicion?
You've been very pleasant when we've spoken to you. Thank you very much. Now, listen, I need to inform you because I know you got a bit upset a minute ago, didn't you, when we first started speaking to you? That you've already had police officers speak to you and approach you today. Yes. Obviously, if you are stood outside a police building, I can't say that my other colleagues or even myself a bit later might not come and speak to you again.
It's always a pleasure.
I know it is, but obviously for your companion in today's little activities, he didn't seem very pleasant with the fact that more police were coming to speak to him. So I may get to see you later. Although you said you're going to leave when I go in, aren't you? That's what you said. So we'll see. All right, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Bye now.
This moment right here is pure gold. The auditor schooling the police with the actual Civil Aviation Authority, CAA website open in front of them. Calm, confident, and completely in control. He's not being rude, he's being right. He breaks it down step by step like a seasoned instructor. The CAA controls the airspace. Their rules apply everywhere. Prisons, police stations, anywhere. And then comes the knockout punch. The 250-gram rule. He's right again. If your drone is under that weight and clearly marked with an operator ID, you're legally allowed to fly closer to people and buildings. The officers stand listening, realizing they've been checked not by defiance, but by knowledge. You can almost feel the tone shift from suspicion to respect. The officers' questions turn from defensive to curious. They even start discussing camera specs and live stream capability. It's gone from confrontation to collaboration. By the end, the tension's gone. Everyone's learned something, even the police. The auditor walks away with a calm grin, and the officers with a better understanding of the rules they tried to enforce. But it leaves one lingering thought. When knowledge becomes your armor, does authority still hold the same power? Knowledge is power, and power demands accountability. If you think more officers should understand the rules they enforce, share this video, drop a comment with your thoughts, and hit subscribe button for more real law in action moments.